on me. Take me. Alright, hold on. I need to break this down for Aaron. 1. I am playing a video game. 2. I was sending screenshots in SK chat. 3. They wanted me to stream it. 4. I'm going to stream it on YouTube as opposed to Discord so that you may participate. Okay, hopefully that clears things up. In retrospect, there was a lack of context, so it might have not been easy to understand. Okay, now to do the one thing I forgot to do, which is to make the YouTube chat. Also I need to play a song. YouTube widget poor. Oh no! This is already calamitous. I love Duran Duran. This is my favorite band. Take on. What are you talking about? This is not buffering, right? Ellie ruined this song by the way. She's butchering it right now. She's wrecking this shit. So this is the game I was playing, by the way, was Last of Us 2, for those without context. Okay, good. So YouTube is a liar to me. Bastard YouTube. You might notice, though, I don't think it'll be visible as the stream continues. I had the FPS counter in the corner, because there are occasional stutters. I don't know what the, we might be able to piece together detective mode style as akin to Batman the Dark Knight from Dark Knights. Why exactly the game stutters. My running theory is it has something to do with foliage. But that might just be a hunch. Anyway, this is sort of a deja vu stream. I streamed Last of Us before on PS4. I have it on PC. I'm at this point in the game where you had the pseudo-open world sort of thing going on. Like Mind's Eye, my favorite game. Oh, this regenerated. No, never mind. It was... See? Look at that. This next gen. That's not broken, but that side is because I threw the bottle at it. I heard it's not a very good PC port. No, probably not. I also heard that.
Anything else in here?
A little bit of a jitter, but it's only by 10 frames. We're down to 50 instead of a solid 60 in there. A little bit of... Ooh, look at that. See, another thing is now that I'm streaming, I have less tendency to, I have less of a need to, how you say, take my time with it. Now I have to make commentary, which is fun in its own way. I was doing that before just with screenshots, but now I can do it in a cool way with my voice. I made note of this in SK chat. Hold on, I'll see if I can look at it. I made note that I really like to take screenshots of pictures of, like, world building branding. I find this UPS truck extremely funny. It's so generic looking. I cannot believe a fucking Fortune 500 company is driving trucks that look like this. Play as if I wasn't here. I play I'm sorry, but it's not good for my branding if I do that. I needed. Oh, the horse is falling. I need to be slick with it. I need to have catchy things going on.
The place we call home, right?
International delivery is also just a great name in itself.
Overwhelmed by all the people. I was overwhelmed by all the food. I remember my first week just gorging myself.
Hey, I think I found the courthouse.
How can you tell?
See that sign up there? On the building that says
Fucking
courthouse?
moron. Oh, and I have to look at it too.
Nice work, detective.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been better if I didn't notice that. It's less immersion and more just me doing weird shit. Like, I will get really close to branding and try to look at details or names. Like, these are all... This is a labeled... Oh, look at that! Yoink. That appears to be a labeled map. Which if I... Apparently in the show, she's like a Mary Sue demigod, and in this, she's like an actual person. So it's really disappointing that they kind of ruined her character there by making her epic sauce. So it is literally just called Synagogue. We have City Hall a block south, so east and then west, and then the bank is a block south of City Hall. Now, I don't know... The map, I'm already noticing some inconsistencies, because Siravina is only a block wide on this map, whereas here, it's 2 blocks wide. Oh. They screwed up big time, huh? The show gave all of Ellie's intelligence to Dina and made Ellie a dumbass. Awesome! I heard about that too. Like, I saw clips of him saying that her job is to, like, she's good at destroying things and shit like that. I was like... Are you sure? And also, he has a really odd preoccupation with, like, with size. Like, women being smaller or more diminutive. I generally don't respect, the decision to make Abby, like, a normal woman and not, like, an MMA fighter. Because, for one, can you think of a single other character in anything, really?
Care to continue?
Oh yeah, so...
Where... Hold on.
Stuffing food in all my pockets for later.
Oh, you're gonna
run out.
seamlessly continue.
I saw that.
You did not. Help me out here.
I did. I remember thinking, who is
I
this
do not need help.
string bean
I'm
girl
looking here.
stealing all the jerky?
I need a rock or
Steal
some
that
shit to
much
throw through
jerky.
this fucking window. But yeah, no, it was like, just like making Abby, like, can you think of a single other protagonist, and I want to say fiction, with a female character that's built that way? Like, that in itself was sort of a statement, and also it was part of her characterization was that she's a bulldozer, she's a brute. I didn't want to do that. I'll take it though. Yeah, that's also another thing, is like, how do you show the change in the physicality after she's been on a fucking crucifix for like half a year? Hey Davis, check out our old WF safe houses for supplies. Probably a long shot, but every little bit helps. Grab what you can and meet us back at the Siravina. Don't worry about the gas, we'll take care of it. Mike. I could have just used... yeah, that would have been helpful before, instead of wasting a fucking
Wasn't Joel all
rifle
about
bullet.
coffee?
Kidding me? He'd trade half his stuff for a bag of beans.
I never got it. Tastes like burnt shit.
Thank you. Acquired taste my ass.
That's a whale. There we go. It's back on. I wanted to look at the whale, but couldn't. It looks like the whale is not something you look at with a flashlight. Oh shit! I knew that was coming too. Like, I remembered there was like, I didn't expect her to make a weird noise. Ah, run away! Did she get lost in there? Did she not follow you out? Lady, you don't have to go back to your bathroom. Did she just disappear? I lost him. Well, that was easy. Barcos. This dog.
Marion and 6th.
She fell into the. I mean,
Hey,
she disappeared.
found a
She
key.
went back in the mirror dimension.
It says Barco's on it.
Might be worth checking out.
Yeah, that would be there. I did want to actually get like no clip, but it turns out the only mod that allows you to do that, like free cam during photo mode, because photo mode in this would be really good if it wasn't stuck to orbit mode. You're stuck to orbit mode the entire fucking time. I can't. I either have to do game camera or orbit. It would be nice to have a look at closer details with that, but it just you know, fuck it. Who cares? Yeah, I don't know. I think she's in the. Let me check. Is it like a Lalo Salamanca thing? Is she in the fucking ceiling? That hint is actually getting on my nerves. That is so demeaning. I do not need that. I'm deliberately going off the beaten
Cleared
path.
this place out.
Rockstar, I mean, honestly, I loved using the editor
What? What's that shimmer?
as a
You
photo
don't
editor.
say.
Oh, no.
Ellie, shimmer says we
But
should
the
find a
photo mode in
bakery,
RDR2 also has that.
Why?
so
which-
she can go buy some thoroughbred.
I've created a monster.
You only have yourself to blame.
Is this the only... I think there's like... Is there like one other segment... Oh, stutter. One other segment in the game that's sort of pseudo open world like this? Because I really can't... I think this is the only one that really hits... that comes to mind. I don't know if you've played the game, but you've probably seen... Like, you really remember it from
Hear that?
YouTube cutscenes.
I hear it. Infected.
Yeah,
Coming
let's
from
see.
the courthouse. This is gonna suck, isn't it?
At least we're ready for him.
Oh, it's a block south. I don't want to go to the courthouse yet. Does Abby know one? Not that I can recall off the top of my head, which is really stunning. I don't... You would think, right? I mean... Oh, did we actually find a bakery? No, we found a dog food place, or like a pet store. Yeah, thing.
Barco's. Hey, isn't that the key you found?
With Comic Sans. I want to buy it. I mean, you could just pirate it, honestly. It's probably not difficult to do that. I think the game's cracked. I just bought it because it was on sale. It was like $0 money, and I was like, that's a steal. Look at that.
Oh, shit. I got it.
I don't recall.
Let's see
I've never
what we
come
got
here, or
here.
at least I don't remember it. So I'm hoping there's another jump scare so I can humiliate myself a second time.
What the hell is this
Oh, never
place?
mind. There's not. I remember this place.
Some kind of WLF something.
It also is funny in retrospect just how little Ellie and Dina actually know about anything that's happening or who these people are.
What is that?
WLF propaganda. Reminds me of the Fireflies in Boston.
In New Mexico, we had these guys called the Ravens.
Yeah, they're the ones
Protectors
that
of
fuck
the
each other, or
Constitution,
whatever
they
it
called
was.
themselves.
What was their deal?
Ex-Fedra types who thought Fedra had too many rules. They ran protection rackets. They took multiple
There you go. It was
lives.
bigamy.
Great dudes.
Ugh, yikes.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like supplements being a collectible item, like just taking like, what even is the
What's this?
These are plans to hit a
Oh.
Fedra convoy. This place must be old.
Yeah, this is where you find the convoy stuff. That's underneath the
I don't think anybody's been here in years.
We could take a look.
names. But yeah, like, but there's no supplements are not like they're not even like regular like oxy pills or whatever. Like it's like there's basically very little reason to actually.
Goonie and Ghost would have loved this.
Who?
Just carry those along. They don't. They provide that much of
these
a
feral cats I had before I came
benefit
to
to your
Jackson,
person.
but they didn't seem to want to leave with us. So I miss those scratchy little shits sometimes. You have any pets?
Nah, it was never really my thing.
Oh, maybe when we're done with all this, we can get a nice little creature to take care of.
Alright.
In more ways than one. Oh. Foreshadowing. Because she's she
We got everything here.
is with child. Where'd the horse go? Can I whistle for it like Arthur Morgan's? Yeah, there are a lot of really cool little touches in terms of just like technicals, just like the little sound effects of the cloth rustling, the little differences in the pavement. It's just, oh, there it is. Bastard. I feel bad for this horse. It's gonna get blown up in like an hour or two. I wonder if you can get through that area without getting on the horse. Like if you can just leave the horse alone. Do the WLF guys just like take the horse and execute it point blank in the head? They chickened out on the horse death in the show.
here.
That's weak.
Looks like an ambush.
She
out
kills
the
like
bullet holes on the
fucking
side of this
5
truck.
dogs.
Probably our WLF friends.
Makes you think about the soldiers who were just doing their jobs and then, boom.
Part of the job, I guess.
You gotta be you like this is a game that gets
easy jump. Don't
very
worry.
nasty intentionally.
Blood, so.
They literally humanize or like let you know the name of the little dog that you meet at one point and that you kill eventually. It's this guy's deal. I don't think any animals die in the show. It's just too much for Craig Mazin. It's unfortunately
Man, check this out. This thing's heroic.
oh, an axe.
There you go.
You have to pull a few punches for TV. It's not a very mature medium like video games.
Ellie? Yeah? Do you know
It's also interesting because like
I think so.
there are so many moments of levity and like kindness, like even through that. Like one of the interesting juxtapositions with this game is like that Ellie is both like this is obviously a vengeance mission, but something she's not taking very seriously. Like especially at the start, there's a lot of brevity and a lot of like like chumminess, and like you might think, oh, it's building to this like area where it's like they're teaming up together. But then it just comes crashing down eventually, especially towards the end of like Abby's chapter. Sorry, Ellie's fucking cunt hole. Can I not grab that? I'm too short. It's my female height. This is why you can't play as a woman protagonist. Is there anything under here? Absolutely fucking not. Can I? No, you would think that you could get something to that point, but no. The rebar is just too crungly. Tell me I'm missing like a shortcut or something. The pregnancy reveals a lot of Ellie's mindset compared to the show. Sorry to keep harping. Yeah, like the pregnancy, especially like also like I'm on the high key. Abby hate is too high tip. I understand that the whole intent of her character is that she's supposed to be sort of a hate farm early on, like she does something that's unconscionable. But the way that people act like she is not justified in her actions, or like she's a bad person or whatever because of it, instead of like the fact that her singular obsession with this small-minded goal has cast her astray. Like there aren't like good parts to her or whatever. Is kind of like mind-numbing. It's really annoying to me, frankly. I mean, she's not even really a Zionist. That's just like subtext. This is like maybe the worst Zionist game of all time. If this is supposed to be a Zionist title, you spend half of it killing the IDF analog, and when you learn about the actual how the Israeli analog state runs, like if hypothetically if the Seraphites are Palestinians or Hamas, and the WLF are Israel.
Hey, give me a sec.
Uh-huh.
The one of those sides is not only unjustified, but like they're actively like they lose because they're stupid. It is a good story, I do agree. Like it's the original Last of Us is very what do you call it? It's very bread and butter. It's very basic. One of the things it's trying to do is it's using very high production values to tell a very simple story and try and humanize it in ways that are atypical of video games as a medium, so to speak. Yeah.
Good.
Whereas this game in itself is trying to complicate and make it a little more messy, while also bringing a lot of those previous themes to the fore. Like, it is a sequel. It makes sense, especially if you play them back to back. You kind of appreciate the thematic cohesion. But it's also like, you know, like it isn't like that. This game's about hate and the first is about love, but like they're both very toxic mirrors of it. Like the love in the first game is very deliberately distorted and twisted and nasty. And you see a sort of thuggish, like brain dead sort of person, someone who's forgotten like their humanity, and then they get that back, but it's like they get it in a very this sort of like protective mindset. It ends up basically like it corrupts their relationship. Like the love that is there, it ends up like the entire thing ends up being premised on a lie. The game captures thing of loss. Like, yeah, that is also true. It comes in a lot of very. It isn't like the tragedy that it comes from losing Joel, so to speak, is it isn't just like plain like sorrow. It isn't just like, you know. It's there's a lot of different avenues to it, and like it comes from different emotional.
We found the bank.
Should we go explore it?
Oh, that little blinked out a little bit. Emotional direction, so to speak. Like it's not like the despair that comes from it, or like the anger is it's more subtle, and it's on more of a gradient than how it's typically depicted. I don't want to say in games. I want to say in a lot of things, most things maybe. Someone had a little camp here. Delightful.
Somebody was camping here.
Looks recent.
Think it was Tommy?
I think it was Tommy.
Maybe.
It's gotta be Tom. And now I gotta figure out where the fuck, how to get back in the bank again. Because I remember there's also this goofy little subplot where like there was like a bank heist that during the apocalypse or some shit. I think this might actually be the entrance, but I'm not
check out
sure.
the tank.
There, I think. Also, because the unresolved feeling she has for Joel. Absolutely, yeah. Like there are a lot of different things there. Like the arc is sort of cut short. Like it's deliberately sort of like cut premature.
I've never seen one of these in action.
Her coming to terms with like what Joel did or whatever is torpedoed.
These guys had a bad day.
What is it?
Burnt skeletons.
Oof. Not how I'd want to go out.
Kind of like.
Do you
those
remember
astronauts.
What are you
a grenade getting thrown in the tank
One
while
of
you were
the
in there?
Early moon missions. There was an electrical fire and the astronauts burned up in their capsule.
I did that.
Well, at least they died for something worthwhile.
Exactly. These guys were just assholes killed by other assholes.
Yeah, you remember the bank heist thing. I was being facetious, don't worry.
Kinda sad.
I didn't read that because my torch is on and it's the middle of the day, so I can't fucking read it. Am I fucking stupid? It's Isaac, okay. Following up on our fight from the last night, I hear your concerns and understand your reluctance. And Fedra's numbers. Many of their soldiers have joined our fight, knowing they can sneak through. Blah, 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 blah. I know on the show, I think I've seen, in terms of show clips, that is also true. She lost time hating him, and coming to terms with it. She never got that opportunity, so like, she basically, what's the word I'm thinking of? I mean, I think that the flashback to them, what is it? Coming back together, what's the word I'm thinking of? Whatever, like putting their differences aside, I don't know. Was like literally the day before he dies too. But the only clip I remember from the show that I ever saw, I think, is Isaac throwing a frag grenade into a Fedra truck. Reconcile, that's it. You made me. I forgot the word and you remembered it for me. Their reconciliation, abso-fucking-lutely. I think that the bank heist might be... I'm gonna find that damn crimes. Yeah, literally the night, yeah. They were gonna watch a movie and everything. It's interesting replaying this game again with a lot of that knowledge. Like, I think maybe 90% of people played this game and, like... I'm overstating the numbers significantly, but a lot of them knew the twist before it happened, like, just because of the leaks and everything. And then, like, another thing I really hate, especially in retrospect, but even at the time, was, like, the self-righteous, like, this mythologizing of, like, the leaking, and, like, them trying to make it, like, this, like, that Naughty Dog is such a repressive, evil company that they deserved it. Here we go, it's here. Look at that fucking frame dip. Was that
This is cool.
for everything loading in?
And like a holy shit.
But yeah, like when people were like saying like, oh, you know that Neil Druckmann is a psycho.
Only
He
been
makes
like
all
this
of
for
his
years.
employees watch like snuff films so he can get the death just right.
I think. Not a fan.
Which is just extremely funny. Whoa. So whoa, that was like that hit me in my chest. That is the first time I've ever seen anything like that. That is absolutely fucking. You know how shit happens, and like, they wanna.
Shit. You wanna bail on this? Your call.
They wanna have a moral justification in hating them or whatever. I think they're all clickers in here. No, that one's not. Is the stream making it run worse? No. That is the first time I've ever seen that disruption, and I think it would have happened regardless if the stream was on or not. Like, in terms of CPU, yeah, it's only at 80%. I get serious jitter jutters when it's like in the 90s or whatever, and that's just because I have too much shit open and I need to close some stuff, because like 80% is basically just how it is baseline when you have. Can this fucking stupid bitch get out of there? I think it is just bad port jank. I also just think it's like, God, I don't even know. I think it might partly just be derived from the fact that this is a next gen game. This is very intensive, resource intensive. Oh, easy. I'm also playing on hard mode, very hard mode, I think, like a tough boy. So this is why I'm very cautious, even though the what's the word? The checkpoints are extremely generous. You fucker! That's cheating. That's illegal. That's cheating. What's wrong with you? They're not allowed to do that. You're You're not supposed to turn around that fast. No, really? Why do they make it like that if you can't even win? just on a fucking heel spin. One, two, three, four. Watch this fucker. I'm like goated with the souls. I'm A1 with the braids. I'm AI with the braids, not A1. I'm A1 and I'm AI with the braids. You see that shit? Like fucking... There's another little munchkin in there. But he's too far away to see me. I'm Alvarez. I'm AL with the braids. Now, I like this little guy. I want to get him, but I can't get over the sofa. If I get in, can I get in front of them? Oh, this chest's cheating. Look at him, this fucker. I had to put him out of his misery. He was having a bad time. It's not something Prozac can fix. You cannot see me. You're cheating. They have no solidarity. They just don't care if any of their other homies die. I mean anything to them. That's white people for you. I forgot how to change shoulders. How to describe a disgusted face. Yeah, you can turn off the film grain. You've got, okay, for a game with a lot of accessibility options, you would think they would have, like, ability to switch shoulders. Getting this stupid fucking piece of shit white plate. They do all kind of have, like, the Homer beard going on with the mouth, don't they? You can't see me. That's right, idiot. Get with the shit. Oh, you fucking cheater! They did it again! I hate white people, bro. Nope. I forgot that C is not rear camera.
Okay. That's all of them.
There we go. I just didn't want to lose my fucking
Found the
checkpoint
bank.
there.
What's with the body armor? They don't look like soldiers.
Yeah. Not sure.
What's the question mark for? You just shot a bullet with a Molotov? Did I? Did I key swap that fast that the game couldn't keep up with it? Oh, did I? Didn't want to lose. I had them both in my hand at the same time. That's dual wielding. It's like a cowboy. I saw that too. I was like, maybe it's just an attachment. I was like, I wasn't sure, but I was like, I don't know. I won't question it. I didn't want to think I was going crazy. Oof. You know, this zombie PvP is fun and all, PvE is fun and all, but when do I get to go against the humans? They got guns. Someone stole the whole fucking... all the water. Not even just the water from the... they just stole the whole fucking bottle. Okay, here's the little bank heist tableau. I can't go through all the safety deposit boxes in case one of them has rare jewels. I think there's gonna be a guy in there, but I forget.
These body armor guys were trying to rob the bank.
Yeah.
Oh shit. It's
Ginger
like that
guard.
movie.
It's like that one movie.
The one with the surfer bank robbers.
Oh, yeah.
Point Break
that
is not a
movie.
good movie. Watch security, B gets fooled, MKB, let L out the back. 602306. Anyway,
Here we go. Got it.
I turned inside the bank vault. Oh, he blew his head off. I forgot. Look at all this fucking money, bro. Yeah, he's not coming back to life. If this was full out there, he would have been in there with his his little fucking environmental storytelling note, which I'll find here. Fuck this. I wasn't even supposed to be here. Fucking Neil wrote me in, said the police were too busy
Look at all
chasing
this
all those
money.
sick people running around, so this place would be
bag's
easy
full.
pickings. So of course those sick fuckers showed up,
We're
everything
back
went
in
to
the
shit.
Old world. Whew, would be rich.
One of them, Kyle nearly lost my arm with the fucking bites, and my own guys locked me in here. Tell the newspapers to everyone that Kyle Peters, Leon Travis, and Neil Grant are motherfucking cowards. Neil with an A.
They tried robbing the bank on Outbreak Day.
Probably seemed smart at the time.
I'm not gonna nitpick something that's like a well understood trope or whatever of the medium, or like the genre, but like I don't think it's really like in a hypothetical scenario where something like this were going to happen, I don't think it would all be on one day that the entirety of society falls apart. That's just me though. Maybe I'm a little bit of a stickler. Can I move the money bales out so I can get the completely empty RNG safety deposit boxes? I'm low-key over. I'm high-key over. Not low-key. I'm high-key over zombie settings where the entirety of the world fell into disrepair and apocalypse. That's just whack to me now. They don't even. 28 years later did the thing where like it's sort of like an enclosed like. What? Where the fuck did you morons come from? I forgot about this. Where it's like an exclusion zone, basically. The entirety of the United Kingdom, the British Isles, are like are just shut off from the rest of the world. Don't spoil 20 years later. That's not a spoiler. That's literally that's in the trailers, bro. That's in the fucking trailers. That's in everything. That's the whole point. Is that it's on the fucking cover. Not London. Like the entirety of the British Isles are like an exclusion zone. Like they are separated from the world. All the zombies are localized entirely to the British Isles, and the rest of the world is relatively okay. That's cheating. Now I'm out of pistol ammo. Oh, I'm not gonna speak about the story.
Done with this place.
Agreed.
Good riddance. Well, it was a travesty. It was a tragedy when they showed at the end of Weeks, I think, that that the zombies had come to France. Like they were in front of the Eiffel Tower, but no, it's actually they got them out of there. NATO beat them off. I don't know how those guys got in here.
Old world, what would you buy with all that money?
I don't know.
Speedboat.
Maybe a big farmhouse?
Speedboat.
But you can get a farmhouse now.
Okay. What would you get?
Oh, you were talking to
A
Aaron.
space shuttle.
Oh, that's right. Your astronaut thing.
Hey, it's cooler than a farmhouse.
Farmhouse is way more
The
practical.
YouTube fucking censorship thing is so like it is unbearable sometimes.
This place was crazy.
Got a shotgun out
I
of
thought you were
it.
talking to me about
So,
lurking. I was like, what did I do?
okay.
I wasn't in there for
Okay,
that long.
Let's get to the courthouse.
Here. I questioned clicker intelligence and got censored. I just don't want to hear that kind of. I don't want to get political in here. Oh. Fruitless.
Worth a try.
Yeah.
Let's keep looking.
It's in the garage. I remember. It's in the garage. Across the street from the not Starbucks. Go into the garage. You open the thing. They're in there.
This must be the courthouse garage.
This game would have been so
He's
much
not
better if
budging.
they left the politics out.
Gas is still in
Unfortunately,
there.
Let's look for another way in.
shocking reveal. All art is political, so to make it a apolitical piece of art, you are inherently making a political statement. You have now been owned. How the fuck did I forgot everything? There's like a way to keep this open or propped open or some oh no, it's the back area. We saw that. We found that already. They have a little comment about it and everything. Hurry up, you fucking... I swear to God. I thought the whole point was you're supposed to be out of my way during gameplay sections. Yeah, that's true. Politics like a girl's kissing, that's not even allowed to happen, basically. That's against the rules. One thing I was doing before, and I might intermittently, in fact, I might see if I can reopen it in a new window. Hold on. Gavin, they found him. Derek got with a broken window. He would have lost his hand leg. We lost. Derek fuck ups, whatever. Since your way. There was the code there that I skimmed over that I'm now regretting. But I was intermittently looking at the reference material for the old code for West 2. I was intermittently looking at the Google Maps and like the reference materials for like the real life places. That's how like when I first started posting this in the chat today, it was like through how they'd weirdly changed some of the blocks like in very subtle ways. Like not too it's like a 1-to-1, but like it's still like it's also like they distorted some elements. Like hold on, I might see if I can. Yes, oh you've also the quality is fine. But if I can go up and just this was before I was ranting and raving about GTA brands. Like as you can see here, right? Casing point. You start here, but there's you start on this Columbia Street intersection that crosses over Interstate 5. But as you can see here, Interstate 5 doesn't like there is no bridge on Columbia or on Marion. It's just on Madison Street, which has the smaller of the 3 bridges, as opposed to Marion, which has the biggest one. That's where the fire truck is and everything. Then you have like the Saravina, which is the Hotel Sorrento in real life. As you can see here, they moved it a block to the left for some fucking reason. Like they move it here, they make the block smaller, and they also, I think, move this building above it. Because as you can see here, Thinky Winky thing here, Spring, Marion, between Spring and Marion. It's between Spring and Marion in real life, but it's between 9th and Terry, not 8th and 9th. Were the devs on crack? Were the devs smoking crack when they did this? Were the devs smoking crack? Hold on, let me see if I can move all of the Last of Us tabs in regards to real locations from my regular browsing tab to the streamer tab. Were the devs on crack? Zombie World, where my... That's another thing I don't really... I always hate when people say shit like that. Maybe the bridges are better for civic infrastructure. That's true. But no, like I hate when people say, "Oh, you draw the line at this environmental detail, but not the suspension of disbelief fault is here, but not with the setting itself." Well, the setting is like an inherent thing you're supposed to let slide, and they justify or at least attempt to. But it's not even like a problem necessarily. It's just a weird thing. Like as you can see here, also. Look at these little subtle changes. Like, it's very clearly the same place, but for one, it has a sign. Look at that. Look at like how weird this building looks in comparison to its real equivalent. Is this the... No, this is the dog food place. It's this building. Is the coffee shop here? Is this the... Oh, you can see that from here. Yeah, see, that's the other thing, is like this is like, it's not like these streets are renamed, you know? That's another thing. It's not like it's not like that hold on. It's not like that I'm on... Look, here's Summer Street, then, like, or Franklin... Fucking, this isn't Columbia, it's Vespucci Street, whatever. It's not like it's like that. It's like fucking, it's completely different. They're using all the real names, but like, there's like, if I were from Seattle, I'd be like, what? That's weird. It's not right. there's another thing that this game does really funny, and it's the location of the Space Needle. That is an extremely odd decision that they did. One of the threads that I had open in the browser was about that fact. Oh wow, 15 frames, 10 frames? Goodness golly gracious.
There we go.
Hold on, I want to play video games, I want to look at maps. Like, as you can see in this Reddit thread, right? It turns out, so one of the things that people were had a real problem with was locating where the Seraphites were. And I remember found it very odd because it's supposed to be, at least the logic of the game dictates that it's in Queen Anne, which, as you can see here, is here. And you would think Queen Anne is in an island. That's a little odd. So the running understanding, at least, is that there was some kind of bombing, or like there was like, or like the fucking the levees failed, and like there was like this huge flooding, and so it basically separated Queen Anne from the rest of Seattle. It made this an island, or it made Magnolia an island. There's like, so because like you can see the Space Needle like as a sort of like directional linchpin. It's like your lodestar when you're like in Seraphite land. But then as this page points out, like when you're on the island, you can see the skyline from here, and it doesn't make any fucking sense. In fact, you can't see the Space Needle from the skyline for some reason. And then they look at it from up high. And the conclusion they come to is actually that it's supposed to be Bainbridge Island. Like, as you can see here, hold on, you can see there's like this little, like this harbor here, and you can also see the skyline from across here. There's a bridge. I don't know about the bridge. I think that I don't know what the bridge is supposed to be, but like you would be able to see the skyline from here on Bainbridge Island just fine. So for some reason, they made, instead of making the island, which also, by the way, since most of the Seraphite area is like, it's like relatively like rural, like they've built all of these new structures and like towns and everything. Like you're led to believe that they just sort of like that the growth over Queen Anne was so bad, or that the Seraphites demolished all the old structures and built these new ones. Whereas instead here, it just makes sense for them to have been able to, chop the trees and build new things. So it turns out, at least from what this post deduces, that they moved the Space Needle for like basically 1 or 2 points of dialogue, and it's that like basically for a single scene. And from there, people had no idea what the fuck to do, so they started changing the map around. Like, as you can see here, like scars are over here. But like again, here's the issue, right? The Space Needle is not in Queen Anne. The Space Needle is in downtown, basically. In fact, here's Como Plaza, right? This is directly across the street from the Space Needle. Space Needle's here, Como Plaza's here. You go here in the game very early on, in fact. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's in here. Here, see? Look. This is there's like a place, there's a point where you go to like a radio station or a TV station. There it is, bing. Channel 13, KMAB. It's supposed to be, it's KOMO or Como Plaza or whatever the fuck in real life. It's right here. This is like not even a stone's throw away from the Space Needle. So for some reason, I don't know why, the Space Needle is moved all the way to like here, more or less, or like the middle of, like, it's like the fucking what's the word, the Temple on the Mountain, Temple on the Mount for this fucking part of town, like, for some reason. Which, I mean, I guess it makes sense in terms of visuals, just as like this is like the one juxtaposing factor for the Seraphites, which are a very like the island is a very rural, very different environment from the city. Like, it's interesting to have like this one old town, and like, in fact, I recall there being an old town. Old Town, Last of Us 2 Island. Is there? People were asking all the time, what the fuck is... See, look, again. That's not where the... That does not make sense. I don't know why they did that. Because, again, the Space Needle's here. Like, you should be able to see it from like, the city, basically. You can in some city. Maybe the bomb's launched across the city. It did like a multiple flips in the air and landed on its base. It didn't get blown up completely. It just like it was like it got like Looney Tunes, like Bugs Bunny put a saw at the bottom. And he exploded it with a dynamite. Are those bridges? No, it's not this. Because again, like this is where the I think the gameplay is from this area, so you can see it from like this broadly. But yeah, so this is Haven. This is the island. You see this from here, and you see it across here. I think the bridge I was pointing is like this little overpass, but that might just be the aqueduct. Here's another thing. A little bit of a funny little thing I learned from looking into the real life geography. So one of the things that really defines a lot of the games, from here especially, like across here, there's this really huge like multi-layer highway. It's the something aqueduct. The Alaskan Way aqueduct. So the Alaskan Way is from like here all the way. It's like across the coastal end of Seattle. San Francisco had a similar thing. But when there were these earthquakes in the 90s, they got rid of them. But as you can see here, Bing, there used to be they collapsed. They demolished it. Building Civil War did this with real life. They added a river that goes through its twin towers when they're right next to each other. Some said it was. Nah. Yes, this was AI. This was absolutely AI. So, here's the thing, right? This is the I don't really think I can put Civil War is not a good movie, but this is completely irrelevant to the actual content here. Um, all of these posters were made by like an outsourced marketing firm, and their whole thing was like, what will the world look like during the Civil War? And as you can see here, for one, this is supposed to be Chicago on the right here. But just from the outset, it looks odd because these towers here, this is a parking structure. It's on this side of the river, and there's no bridge like this in Chicago. But then here's the part that's really fucking funny. This is supposed to be LA. Like this is Silver Lake, and they have these boats, like these goose boats. They have swan paddle boats. I think it's Art Echo Park. Yeah, so they have these swan paddle boats. And the AI, so it's obviously it's collated all of these images together, and for some reason, it thought this was a real goose, like a real swan. And so there is a giant swan, like not a paddle boat, like just a giant swan in front of this boat. And obviously, like with all AI photos, it collapses when you look at it for more than 5 seconds. But like this, and it is just especially egregious. Look at like, you have to be fucking kidding me. Like I'll let the fucking the thing with the Chicago River is like that's something that if you're not familiar, like you might look at that and go, yeah, that looks really serviceable. That's the best of the AI ones. Or like this. For some reason, the entirety of LA is Las Vegas is a smoldering ruin, except the Sphere, which is like that. But like also other parts of it are completely fine. Like there's still traffic on the highway. Whatever. Like you can kind of let these details slide. Or the fact that these are tour boats. I don't know why they're full of people. Maybe they're fucking evacuating them. The fucking giant swan. The Civil War gives way. That's it. It is indicative of how much civil society has fallen apart. The fabric of our social ties together. has lapsed on account of the giant swans. But no, it's actually, this is really fun, not in like a nitpicky sort of way, but just like putting all of these little like landmarks here. Like this is like such an interesting thing to conclude, for example, like these little details. Not like I would never have thought to even pay attention to this building. Um there are parts that are absolutely seem very fictionalized. Like there's like a huge chunk of the game, especially the like one of the major bosses is in a hospital that I don't think anyone has been able to really place. But then there's like this, right, where it's like this is like almost one-to-one with the real life Seattle Convention Center, which used to be the Washington State Convention Center and now is called the same thing as it is in the game, ironically. Um, or like the little things. Like I think there was this one article that points out there's like a Nordstrom and they called it like Nordkirk or something, which I just find really endearing. More than I find that really cute. I like the idea of people saying Nord. Yeah, see, look, here it is, Nordkirk. But no, that's like I don't see this like I think this is really fascinating more than it is like something to critique, you know? Uh I like these things because they're cute. And also like you can tell how much effort was put into meticulously getting reference photos for these places and like where these reference photos like fail. Because you have to understand, from just like a perspective of some of games are not they do not come from the ether fully formed. They are these long intentional processes of a bunch of incremental building on top of each other. Like to get to this point, a lot of people made a lot of deliberate decisions. And the places where they cut corners or the places where they don't are really interesting to pay attention. I really love paying attention to in-game branding because I've been kind of like by GTA they had like an entire team that was working on the consistency of like these as my internet cut out. What's going on a rant there? As it cut out? It cut out for a second. I saw it buffering and I panicked. I think we're okay now. Okay, good. Anyway, they have like an entire team that's dedicated to in-game branding and consistency there, but also like they make sure that like the brands all kind of like have a continued point of reference, you know? And it's interesting seeing like where these inconsistencies pop up in works where that is not a priority, where they're not really looking for a cohesion in terms of world building and storytelling, like in terms of like the branding of the pre-war companies or the pre-breakout companies. When that does happen, it's really interesting. Or like when they work back on something or they override it or whatever, or like someone or like the devs have like an old brand that used to be oh goody that used to be like their go-to, and then someone who took over or like must have not liked it as much. GTA is like, especially now, is like really case in point there, because starting in like Vice City, like San Andreas, like they came up with Sprunk. And Sprunk was like the soda, and then in GTA, like one of the other ones, they made a direct Coca-Cola parody. And slowly you can see it becoming more and more prominent, even though like it's clear that the people who were making it prefer to make jokes about Sprunk, until it becomes like, I think it's I don't think recall like seeing a single piece of Sprunk branding in the GTA 6 stuff, but I did see a lot of E-Cola stuff. That's not like a nerd thing. That's just like I mean, it is a nerd thing, but it's also like, you know, a dev priorities thing. It's like a creative direction thing. It's like, where did maybe they just didn't fuck with that shit as much. I didn't. As someone who had no connection to Sprunk, I thought it was kind of whack, honestly. I prefer E-Cola. I also think it's a smarter joke. But then it's not like that means that all the jokes are smart. But no, it's like there are similar things in Sprunk Hate Won't Be Tolerated. I don't hate Sprunk, but I think in terms of it being like the soda, it just doesn't sing to me. It doesn't make sense. It's gotta be a brown drink, not a liquid, not a transparent drink. Yeah, that's what I agree with. Like, I don't care. Like, you just have to make the red soda the biggest brand, basically, because that's like look, I mean, that's in this, the parody of Coke, and I noticed that from paying very close attention. I'm a smart boy. Is Special Cola. Look there, right? But it's also everywhere. Like every other vending machine in Last of Us 1 is Special Cola, and I kind of just look at it. It's like there's a difference between like parody brands that look like they're supposed to stand on their own, or like you're supposed to look at them and think that they're like a reference to something, or things that look like knockoffs. Like this looks like something that you buy at the grocery store. It's the grocery brand. I really have a hard time believing that someone, like every person in the world hears Special Cola, go, yep, that's America. That's American branding. That's like the Russian, like the Soviet Union fell apart for Special Cola. I love popping a can of Spesh in the morning. Or like the evening after work, a pop a can of Spesh, a rum and Spesh. Maybe you know what? The more I say Spesh, the more I like that. But no one ever says Spesh, do they? I'm currently drinking Diet Sam's Cola. I forgot what that one is. Classic. This is who was the no there was a cola brand that was not E. Cola that I'm thinking of. It didn't do it, thank God. Pizzazz. Okay. They didn't put it in here? JoJo's, that's it. It was JoJo's. I was thinking of JoJo's. Did I get rid of the pages for JoJo? JoJo's Cola. I have to do a space. There you go. Look at that. Bing. This is really... I remember seeing this and I was like, oh, okay. But what the fuck is Fizzazz? That's a good name. That's a good name. But what is that? This could not be a more obvious parody of Fanta if I ever did see. What was wrong with orangutan, fucker? What's Zesta then? Is it Shasta? What are with... I don't know what the fuck to even start with. Like, some of these brands are very direct and like they are almost a little obscure. But then like there's like other shit that just goes over the fucking like... Is there a word for Bluetooth? I don't think so. But the pronounced focus on increment like gas stations, you have to parody fucking everything in there. Did I miss this in the Cal Hampton screenshot? The screenshot of Cal Hampton, I missed the Fizzazz? I didn't pay attention. I look like a fool. It's right there. Cal Hampton has a can of Fizzazz and Strange. This has just become the GTA 6 brand stream. This does absolutely nothing. This literally changes absolutely nothing. Fizzazz is a good name. I'll give it that. That's a good name. I like that name. the middle of a criminal conspiracy stretching across the state of Lanida. Lanida, I like saying Yanida, because it's Leonida, Yonida. Like you say Yanida, and it's like the Lee is sort of like it comes off the tongue a little bit. It's like a more fluid way of depicting that. Yanida, 2 syllables. Yanida. I like that a lot because saying Lenida is just like it doesn't sound right, and then it's Leonida, but then it's like how does like a tongue, how does someone slur that a little bit so it sounds quicker, and it's like this becomes yon basically. Orangutan is now, because it's in tattoos, right? Yonida. Well, yeah, true. 3 syllables. It's like Florida, right? Because Leonida is 4. That bugs the shit out of me. Also, it's an L state. Another L? Liberty and... Not Nable. It's like, It's 2 E's. Fago! For some reason, orangutan is like the Fago now. Because it's, no. What's the meaning of shouting the phrase badonkadonk? It's a parody. It's like a very shitty parody of juggalos. Are the Fooligans juggalos, or is Fooligan the GTA universe equivalent of juggalo? It's an important question. What comes first? The chicken or the egg? What was this? It was Drug Wars, right? Yes, terrible name for a DLC. So, Los Santos Drug Wars tattoos. All of the like, a bunch of the tattoos in this are about orangutan. And it's like, okay, so that's their, like, Fago, is they drink orangutan. I remember I got one of those tattoos. It's like, see, look. I got the gist. Don't you worry. I thought that Zesta was their Fanta. And that's a fine name for Fanta. Like, that's a great name for Fanta, probably. But also, so is Fizzazz. Could they just not decide? And also, I gotta get something off my chest. The new redesign for E. Cola sucks with the little goobers coming off of it. These things, no, not these little goobers here sucks. Terrible. Hate it. The little wibble goobers, the gooble gibbles, the fucking teeth and the eyes and shit. Hate it. What is that based on? Does that come from something? I can't think of a modern Coke campaign that's like that. Go through the walls. There's that goober there who's going through it right now. I could just whack them out. But that isn't a one-shot. It's better to get in close. How did that get censored? What got censored? This is not the only courthouse in Seattle. That's a terrible name for your courthouse. Thing. What got censored? Did something get censored? A cola evokes internet electronics something. That's why I was never able to get behind full. It's okay. I dig it. I like it because like it's simple. It doesn't I do understand the E association. But it's like it's also it's not too clever by half. Whatever you're talking about also supposedly was too edgy for me to even approve or deny it. The message was literally just this. A lot of the times you can overthink things trying to make the perfect name. I've been there 1,000 times before. Whereas like E-Cola is just like it's like simple. Coca-Cola is such a like a simple name.
Just give me 5 minutes and my knife. I tell you if
Oh, that's gross. That's a gross thing to say, Elliot.
Okay.
Your mind has been worked by that sicko fuck who groomed you. Damn, you're getting all emotional about Joe Miller from Last of Us? You know that guy groomed Ellie, right? You know that Joe groomed Ellie. There we go. That's what I want to see when I see a fucking... Yes.
Hey, little help?
Coming. You ever been to a courthouse before?
No.
Slow your roll, frame rate.
You're telling me you never got in trouble back in Boston?
Oh, I got in trouble, but never landed in a courthouse.
It's called corporal punishment. But crack cola. Bang! Like that.
Some serious shit went down here.
What, you mean executions? Don't even need to think about it. See, maybe that's like... I want to say some of the best names are like you don't think about it too hard, but also you want to think about it. That seems like a fucking oxymoron. But you know when a name has not been thought of that hard at all, and no one really was like, yeah, okay, I'll go with that. I like maybe Crackle Cola. Then you can say crack like makes sense as like an in-universe truncation. But personally, I think Coke makes perfect sense for E-Cola as well. I'm fine using it in that context. I always understand why you stuck with them, but after the Thursday Market Massacre. Which Rustin coffee? There's got to be like fucking 15 different Rustin coffees in the entire fucking city.
Fedra soldiers. Check out that wall. They were executed.
Jesus.
Wave.
They weren't just executed. They shot them to pieces.
Maybe bullets weren't scarce yet. Maybe they deserved it.
Maybe.
I remember in the not Stalker, Metro series, bullets are a currency. I think I have what Metro do I have installed? I think it's the latest one. I think I bought it on sale and I just never played it because it was too big. Really? Wow, make it hard for me, huh? What was it? 860722. It'd be funny if that was not the combination. That would be a good fake out. 86072. Yeah, what's even the point at that rate? You're skipping over my area.
Oh shit.
It worked? Who would have seen that one coming? Hot dog. I wouldn't have. Who would have thunk it? It wasn't like it was written on the fucking wall, basically. Small little children. See, again, these are the interesting details, because someone took this fucking photo, put it in Photoshop, whatever, and put that on the desk here. What is the story of this individual? And that photo is probably never... Never mind. I'm gonna say it's probably never reused, but it's on every desk. That is an extremely funny oversight. What is this? Is this like the fucking... Are they sponsoring these kids? These two Asian children? I like that one because it's like an intentional gag. Known WLF agitators.
Old to-do list.
Emma Patterson, Marcus, Hugo, Alsco. With the Pattersons and Sanchez gone, Dixon has to read your shitty fucking chicken scratch handwriting. Has moved in to fill the void. He is now our top priority target from Ward. There are a lot of gags about missing cats. And also cats doing other weird things in those games. Oh no! I triggered the alarm. I like to have fun. I like to have a little bit of joke around a little bit. That's so fucking patronizing.
Parking garage.
Well, the gas is in there, right?
Well, that's what the note said.
Well, let's get
I'm taking
down
my
there.
time. I'm not a moron.
What now?
That might work.
What, the rope?
Careful.
I can see the rope. Oh, let's see. Okay. Introduction of water is not doing good for the frame rate. I know that there are enemies, I think after you... I think...
Shit!
Yeah. I don't have ammunition. I can't... Oh, wow. Oh, wow. This is usable. This is playable. Oh, my goodness. So I think we might have discovered something that does not jive with the frame rate. And it's called multiple enemies being in water. It is absolutely probably on Ultra. I went through a period where there was water on the screen and it was going fine. It's not in graphics, I suppose. Is it in... Where is water? Bounce lighting is on. Level of detail is on, very high. Where's the water? Just help me with the water, please, sir. I'm missing it. I'm having a panic attack. I'm having a panic attack. It's not texture quality. It's just I just set the preset on high. I don't know. Sure. And I set it on high, on very high. I don't want to say we're doing better, but we are okay. Owned. Still jittery.
Jesus. I think that's all of them.
Well, it's
Ooh.
fine, I guess.
Ooh. Oh, I'm not liking that frame rate. Ooh, that's a solid 30. We're back to solid 60 though. I need to get away from the ragdolls. That's the issue. Post box. Might just be because you have a million things open. I don't have that many things open. How did he know I was talking about brands? That fuck. It might be the case, but I don't know.
Wait. We got gasoline.
Our luck's changing.
Don't
Did you know that
jinx it.
gasoline expires after like 6 months? Imagine the entire post-apocalypse genre
Fedrigate is calling to us.
being predicated on this myth that gasoline is like doesn't expire. When you say that, when it makes perfect sense. It's organic
Tina,
material.
come
Do you
in.
think it's like it's not gonna expire?
Come on.
These graphics are not good enough for me. It needs to be very high.
Okay, let go.
I can only settle. I will not settle for anything less than cinematic.
Okay. Gate.
Wait, what am I doing pressing tab? It's M. Have I explored everything? No, I haven't. I need to go down into the over underpass.
Onward, Shimmer.
A little choppy.
How you doing back there? Getting homesick?
A little bit. You?
Same.
A little choppy.
Miss having a roof over my head.
You know, I've always dreamed of fixing up a farm.
I was gonna
Just
jump
outside
off
of
this a bit,
Jackson.
but then I realized that
Why wouldn't you
I don't
stay
think I
in
can.
I don't know. I like the idea of real space.
Sounds lonely.
Only if you're doing it alone.
Okay. So are we gonna, like, raise sheep and milk cows?
Are you making fun of me?
No.
You're so
Actually
presumptuous
sounds
thinking this has anything to do with
kinda
you.
nice.
Really?
Yeah,
You pig.
really.
You horrible woman. Ellie couldn't swim, but now she can. Just FYI. She's not a punk-ass bitch. Like that fuck John Marston.
Whoa. This guy was an officer.
Traveling in a ration truck?
Trying to...
I can't take it. I need these graphics to be on very high.
hide, maybe?
Unsuccessfully.
Yeah, sure looks that way.
It would be cool. Would it be cool if she just couldn't swim? Part of the puzzle is finding her own palace. That would be. Once we... But it would not be good for mobility. Or getting in a boat so you can go to the island or whatever. I know you've been taking numerous risks. I like how the note was unscathed. Anyway, from my understanding, I think they literally explain in the show, or like at least it's implied here, that they all died when someone threw a grenade in here and it blew up or whatever. Hold on, just for the record, just so you know what I am talking about, because maybe I sound like I'm stupid. Maybe I sound like a stupid fuck. Hold on. I'm getting a good stutter here. I'm getting a good stutter. I'm just gonna close my normal browser. I'm gonna reopen it when I'm done streaming. I think that'll probably give me a good little bit of space. All right. You're not seeing this, but my computer is frozen up briefly. I'm being punished for my good deeds. One thing I like doing is I like watching the memory just go right down when I've closed a bunch of tabs. It's like mana from heaven. But it didn't really, because it turns out that wasn't the problem. Anyway, or it might be 80. No, I think 80 is the, well, this game is running. I don't think we're going much lower than that.
Sarge.
Keep it running.
Copy.
How many?
A lot.
Could be WLF, lock and load.
No,
Sarge.
I'm gonna go talk to them. Alone.
But protocol.
Protocol is to obey your commanding officer, period. The end. Now, if we go out there and force, this will end up the way it always does.
I do like how they got to give
all green,
my
bro.
boy a little more screen time and like way to be his character.
You wanna die? Fine.
I forgot his actor's name again. Jeff Wright. Him, basically, that is Jeffrey Wright. He also is, believe it or not, Jeffrey Wright is also in this game. He is the highest, he is the most notable cast member in the game. He plays the same character he plays in the show he plays in the game, which is Isaac, the leader of the WLF. He did voice him in the game, which is why I think it's cool for him to reprise the role, but I also wish that Isaac got more screen time. And was also just like, his face was one-to-one.
Come with me. Learn something.
It's not one-to-one, unfortunately, in the video game. But so little is, really. Frame rate's dipping. I think we're having a problem. Marlene, oh yeah, she also reprised the role. Believe it or not, Marlene was also Alex in Half-Life 2.
You hand her hand.
Could have had Ashley Johnson play it. Maybe. She plays her mother. She's not like Ashley Johnson is like a woman, like an aged woman. She's not a 13-year-old girl. She can't pass for that. Here we go. Here's the good part. Look at that shit. Look at that. Boom. Acting masterclass. Doesn't give a fuck. Bing. Doesn't even flinch. Troy Baker's like 6'5". You wouldn't think. No, I wouldn't have. Troy Baker is really funny looking. Troy Baker looks like, this is a reference you're not going to get, but Aaron is. He looks like, the old, I think he's the current Real Madrid goalkeeper. No, the other one, not Courtois. I'm confusing him with the Manchester United one. He looks like, who was the old one? He was Portuguese. Oh, I'm gonna plots, man. No, not Courtois. He didn't play for United, did he? De Gea, yes. He looks like David De Gea. David De Gea. But it's Troy Baker. The thing with Troy Baker is he looks like a fucking douchebag. Is De Gea Spanish? That's right. He's not Portuguese. He's Spanish. He dresses like a fucking asshole. He wears fedoras and shit. He loves fedoras. Look at his fucking pork pie hat. This guy's wearing. Look, he's got a picture of him throwing the hat at the camera. Fuck off, bro. With your fucking, you're wearing the fucking Pharrell Williams. He looks like the rich kid from middle school. He does. Fucking Draco Malfoy ass motherfucker. I didn't want him to be Indiana Jones. He does a good Indiana Jones impression. That much is true. But I thought I was in the same boat as Todd Howard. Just look at this fucking cunt. I'm sorry. You dress like that? Like you're not wearing socks? Fuck you, asshole. Who do you think you are? You fucking brat. With your fucking plaid suit. You wear a feather in your fucking fedora and your pork pie hat. You cunt. You little fucking cunt. I'm sorry, but you dress like a douchebag. Look at this shit. I can't take him seriously with that fucking hat. Who does he play? He plays somebody in the show. Because every main character, this is something I like. Every main Last of Us character has like a role reprising. Like he plays the right-hand man of the cannibal leader. And I think that Tommy's actor plays somebody else who's, I think he's like the right hand. I think they all play right hands. Yeah, he works for the child predator in the show. The rapist cannibal Christian guy. That's Joel. So Joe appears as this guy. There he is in the game. Joe appears as this guy. Ashley Johnson plays Ellie's mother in a scene that did not need to be in the show at all. In fact, the show is very much, there's a very stripped down, like say a lot with a little kind of mindset with the game that the show absolutely does not hem to, and it is a huge fucking weakness. Also, he plays the guitar. The show is bad. What do I need to be honest about that? That's not something I would ever, yeah, no shit. Does the game not explain? No, never. Her immunity is never explained. In the game, there is no explanation for it. That's the point. It doesn't matter, in fact. The fact that it had to be that she was the fucking, that the mom got bit and she gave birth to her. Like, honestly, I would not play either game and only watch the first season. That's my only frame of reference. I'm sorry to hear that. I want to hear some Troy Baker original.
People often ask me, how does one get into acting in video games? And the process is surprisingly simple. Step one, save up your money, buy a decent microphone, and then wait for Nolan North and I to die.
It's a little bit of a self-aware little elbow nudge. He's in a lot of video games. Get it? I hope that clears away what the joke is. Basically, it's so he and Nolan North are individually in a lot of different video game projects. And what they're referencing basically is that if you want to get into video games, what you have to wait for him to get out of the way because he's in so many video games. So you have to wait for him to die, basically because he's in so many video games that it would be impossible for you to get in your foot in the door. I hope that clears things up. Just so you know. I fucking hate his hat. I hate his hat. I hate his hat so much. I hate how he dresses. I hate how he dyes his hair. I hate your hats. He looks like he's from fucking Williamsburg. I hate it, bro. I really, really hate it. I really hate it. I'm not gonna stop obsessing over this. I'm sorry. Look at him. I hate how he looks. Maybe he's a nice guy. I don't know. Maybe he's a delightful chap. But, oh my god. You had your hair like that? You douchebag. I hate that he's so good. He's in everything he looks like a douchebag in it. I can't deny he's amazing at acting. He's pretty good at what he does. Oh, is he in Critical Role? I'll come when they invite me, he says 9 years ago. They invited him. I don't. He was great as the Chinese guy. Far Cry 4. That's true. Yes, true. He was really good in that. Though I forget. Hold on, I want to see if they've updated the GTA 6 map. Oh, you got your thread bumped. The writing in this is top well made. Thank you. I try very hard to do good writing for Donnie. Oh, they have them pinned. That's not untrue. That's a good point. I don't like some of the names. Some of the names are really annoying to me. Rest in peace. Hold on, I'm doing the sign of the cross for the panhandle. I hope the panhandle is in the game. If the panhandle is not in the game, I'll probably kill myself. I'm not gonna lie. I will blow my head off with a gun. Maybe just die. this guy's maps are pretty good because they're no bullshit. By the way, I don't like how this is here. It should be up here. I get that it's supposed to be in the a little bit of civilization's respite from the Everglades, but also, do you know what's odd to me? I have to actually say this. They apparently have a mountain in Georgia in it. Yeah, that's odd. There's like they have Georgia license plates. I hope that part is in Georgia, the Georgia parody, not in Florida. I hope it's just says it's so. Most of the areas that are well defined and known in Key Lento, which is this area, Key Largo, are, but like the weird thing is that Key Largo is extremely like it is very like it is exactly what you think of when you think the Keys, but it's not the most urbanized area of the Florida Keys. It's it's Key West. Key West is an actual like there's like a like this is a well-developed like there's shopping strips. It looks like you could come to Miami here. Like it looks like a place. For some reason it just is just labeled as the naval base. If there is no Key West, I'm gonna be very confused why they didn't put Key West in there. That seems like a no-brainer to me. And in fact, I would probably put Key West in there before I put in fucking Key Largo. This is the last map that this little fellow made. But no, they do have I think it's like some kind of might be the most urbanized, but it could just be boring. It's like emitting no, not really. It's like if you didn't omit Staten Island. Like this is the Staten Island part. That part is like fucking like there are things here. There's like a naval base. It's a Navy town. This is where, like, there's, like, all kinds of shit here that's fascinating in its own right. And also, I don't agree with them removing Staten Island. Even though we don't recognize it. We don't recognize Staten Island. It's not a borough. But no, like, so, this area here is where that town is. So what is it called in the map? It's called Watson Bay. Watson Bay is based on... Of course, it's generic. It's based on Setter Key. And Setter Key is, of course, it's named after a serial killer. Setter Key is like in fucking, it's closer to, it's all the way over here. It's closer to fucking Tampa than it is to, it should be all the way up here. I don't know why they put Watson Bay here when it should be there, you know? It's very clearly Setter Key too. Like that building here is literally in this screenshot, I'm pretty sure. I don't know why they put it down here. I guess what I'm imagining is that like as it goes up, it gets more Georgia-y and like it gets less swampy. Like the gradient would be green here and orange here. Apparently Port Gilhorn is like 3 different. Yeah, no, it's like So as far as I can tell. Port Gilhorn, so Vice City is just Vice City. It's Miami. But Gilhorn is like, if you look at the GTA 6 website, which I'm going to do again, but I already have it open, never mind. You look at the GTA 6 website, you notice the first thing is that like there's a big distinction between Vice City and Oneida, because, I mean, long story short, like, Port Gilhorn is more or less like a symbol, or like it's supposed to be a stand-in for hell, Florida. Like this is the Florida. Like look, this description is like case in point. It's like it's rundown motels. It's shithole like old school like forgotten tourist traps that no one goes to anymore. It's oxycodone. It's like fucking it's fentanyl abuse. It's hick shit. It's white trash. It's like a broad stand-in for that entire aspect of urban Florida, where people like it's just dirtbag trash Florida. You can look there. She's selling this guy a bunch of fucking fentanyl pills. But like it's like there's a strip club and it's a complete piece of shit, as opposed to like it's Vice City is very flashy and fake, and like it's all about, you know, putting an image forward, whereas this is like, you know, this is unvarnished. This is really sweaty. This is grimy. And I respect that, but also I wish it were less, kind of bothers me that it's not like one-to-one with, just make it Orlando, bro. It annoys me. Just make it Orlando. I know it's supposed to be Orlando and Tampa and Fort Myers and all this shit, but come on, just make it Orlando. Based on Port what? Port Charlotte? I don't know about that, brother. But no, it has the one thing I note, it has the bridge in Tampa, the one that crosses the bay. Sunshine Skyway. It has that, which everyone has pieced together just by the Bocamar Bridge. There it is. You can see it a little bit. It's a good name. But unlike Vice Dale, which is not a good name. I don't like that. Even if it's supposed to be Dale, don't like it. Yeah, it's that simple. It's so simple. It's actually painfully simple. It gets on my fucking nerves a little bit how simple it is. That's when I say that the name, like they didn't put a lot of thought into it, and like in a bad way. That's kind of what I mean. What's wrong with Dale? It's based on Miami-Dade. Vice Dale, Miami-Dade. It's a letter. It's one fucking letter. It could have been. I think in Red Triangle. I know in Red Triangle. I don't want to say I'm thinking. I called it Vice Langhorne because it has like more syllables, and like it kind of transitions the Miami-Dade. It makes it like back heavy a little bit. But also it just makes it sound more. Makes it sound more longer. Like I'm not trying to say that my names are better or whatever. I'm mostly just saying like I really don't like Dale because it's just like so fucking. It's not named after anybody. It's not like named after another person from like this period in time. It's not like it's not Vice Seminole, which also is great. That could have been good too. Vice Seminole, Vice Seminole. I don't know. I think Langhorne I took from. Yeah, Vice Seminole. Vice Seminole. I think I took that from. Did I take it from Mark Twain? I remember it was another Confederate who got killed by the Injuns. Um. Yeah. No, I don't know then. Yeah, Vice Seminole would have been better. I think that they also wasted a really good name on. Yeah, so Tequesta. This could have been the name for Florida. In fact, I think it would have been better as the name for Florida. Tequesta is better than Leonida, I think, by a long shot. Um, but instead, Tequesta is just Tequesta Point. I think it's just Brickell, I think. Which I'm get like uh um, that's my thoughts on the matter. Um, here's another thing that gets on my nerves. Why did they change the name of Little Haiti and Little Havana? Little Haiti is La Pearl now, and Little Havana is just Little Cuba. Why you didn't need to do that? Just make it Little Havana. And why La Pearl and not just Little Haiti? And I was a little skeptical of this at first, but then I was like, no fucking brainer. They literally have Pearl, like La Pearl, on this underpass. Like, they have a guy who has La Pearl on his, tattooed on his fucking, like a Haitian guy who's got that tattooed on him. Yeah, it's like, why don't you just make Little Italy Italian town and fucking Chinatown into Little Shanghai, Little Hong Kong? Like, fuck off, dude. That's not necessary. It's not even good shorthand. It bothers me. It gets under my skin. It's grating. It makes me a growler. Grrr! That's how I am when I see that. This is the other part that confounds and confuses and confuddles me. Mount Caliga. So I've said this before. To Sebra many times I've said this. Florida is the flattest state in the country. Like, I think I've Googled it, in fact. I think that, yeah, it's the flattest state in the country. It's not Illinois, it's Florida. Flatter than Kansas, absolutely. Now when Watch Dogs 1, it was very odd, extremely odd, that like outside of Chicago, directly north of Chicago, is this mountain town with like these huge ridges. Yeah, I somehow heard this before. I told you this, I think, when the trailer came out and the website was up. These huge ridges, huge tall ridges. Fucking A. Now, it looked like shit here, because it doesn't make any sense. Because, again, Illinois is like the second flattest state in the country. There shouldn't be this kind of fucking geography here. This doesn't look like Illinois. There are no mountains in Illinois. And this is a stone's throw away from the city of Chicago. If you go north of Chicago, you're just gonna find Milwaukee. You are not, like, there is no, if you look at Chicago, right? It is just, Chicagoland is an endless sprawl. Like, this entire chunk of the state is all Chicagoland, including into fucking Gary. There are no mountains here. There are no mountains for ages. There are no mountains until you get to fucking Wisconsin. Probably north of Wisconsin. So, that sucked there. And it sucks here. I don't know what the fuck Mount Caliga is. Because, again, Mount Caliga is based apparently on Providence Canyon. Which, I mean, I see that. When I compare these two, yeah, that's Providence Canyon, all right. That looks like Middle Georgia to me. The question is, what the fuck is this doing here? I understand there's like a need to like have some kind of like geographical variety. Then don't pick Florida, fuckhead. Don't do Miami. You're not gonna get that in Miami, Florida, motherfucker. That's not how the world works. In Florida, what you're gonna find is a state that is nearly entirely under the sea level. It is swamp. It is suburb. It is a place where the water table's been fucked because of suburban development. Like this is a state that is flatter than, like, where the tallest peak I can think of is, I think, Sugar Hill Dome. Not Miami, Florida. The tallest peak in Florida is not Britton Hill. I was thinking of Sugarloaf Mountain, which is up there. This is it confirmed to be in Lanida? Well, it says in the corner of this. And again, it's entirely in the realm of possibility that this is just for the website. I hope so. Look, see, visit Lanida. And it says on the state's northern border, a national landmark up against the state's northern border. It could be that it is not in the state of Georgia, in which case, I salute. You found your loophole. It's not in the state of Florida, sorry. It's not in Lanida. It's in Gloriana or Gloriana. Again, like I will let that happen. But is this Suwannee River? Okay, this is the rail bridge is Hillman. Okay. Sure. But yeah, I don't if this is Florida, fuck off. No. Don't. Like you can do like this is still perfectly this makes sense for Florida. Like it just like you don't have to make it all gooey ooey. But no, I don't like how Crosstown is Overtown. I don't like this name. I don't like what Belleville. I don't know what Belleville. Well, that's Brownsville. That's also lame. You could do better than that. You could do better than that. One of the things that you have to kind of understand about Miami's urban development is that it's almost inseparable from the South as like a whole, and in that it's inseparable from segregation. This is something that's not fun to talk about, I'm sure, but unfortunately, this is reality. I don't know why you hope that it's not in the game. I understand it's not accurate, but having a mountain at like the northern port, that's fine to me. That's what I'm saying. I hope it's just say it's in Georgia. Why not bend reality just a smidge for more fun? Because as an artist, your goal is to represent life. You're doing a disservice to life by being less interesting than reality. But no, one of the issues here to me is that that was only half tongue-in-cheek. So much of the area, like the idea, like Miami Vice Miami, like the pastels and the white buildings and everything, that is a modern phenomenon that didn't exist until basically Miami Vice. There were hints of it at the fringes, but that show redeveloped parts of Miami. Like in the 80s, Miami was a fucking shithole. Ocean Drive was literally collapsing. Like it was all the hotels along Ocean Drive, like the Scarface hotels, were shitholes. Like they were broken windows. They were active drug dens, because of course they fucking were. And a huge chunk of the urban environment was, there were obviously suburban enclaves, and there was really the very nice parts of Miami, which are all, at this point in time, they were south of the, what's this road called again? I think it's, what is it? Is it Tamiami Trail? Whatever, I don't remember. It's like, it's basically just south of this little river here, the Miami River. Like all of these areas, aside from Little Havana, like I'm talking Coconut Grove, I'm talking these like South Miami generally. Very nice, huge mansions, incredible. But you cross this little border here, everything here on this side of the river, on this side of the Biscayne Bay, this is where they sent people they didn't want to think about. Like one of the things I noticed is that they reference Opaloka. I think you can go there in the game. Opaloka is really fascinating to me. I think it's Tishawaka. There we go. They mention the Tishawaka flea market. You can't see it, but you can definitely look at it. And it'll be in the game. Tishawaka Flea Market, or Opaloka Flea Market, is maybe the least interesting part of Opaloka Flea Market. Sorry, the least interesting part of Opaloka, because the entire fucking city or town of Opaloka, I think, is it a town? Yeah, it's a city. It has a city hall. It's not a neighborhood. It's a city. It has all of these I found it really, I wrote a part in Red Triangle that's set here, in fact, because I found it so fascinating. But like you drive down like what is the street here? You go down here and you go onto the main street, and all the streets are named after Arabic words. Alibaba, Salih, Aladdin, Shahrazad, Caliph, and you start looking at all the actual buildings themselves, and they are these really kitschy, tacky, like Arabian Nights Moorish shit, like all over the place. The fonts are the pastels. All of it is look at this. There's also a sign I think here. There's fucking look right here. They have the fucking domes, they have the pillars, they have the crescents and stars. All of that shit is really fascinating to me. And it's also because they walled this off. This neighborhood was so fucking like crime ridden that they actually had like a physical barrier. They had a concrete barrier around the area of Opaloka. You couldn't go there. It was it's really fascinating, but it's bleak, you know? Like it's like they this is an 80s thing, by the way. Like this is like one of the things you also have to kind of understand about Miami hood culture or whatever, or like the ghetto, is like there are two sides of Black Miami culture. There are Zos and there are Yanks. Yanks are like Southern black guys, like they're like Black American. And Zos are Haitian, and that's like a big distinction. Because these cultures are sort of they like feud with each other. They don't fuck with each other. And it's like the Caribbean cultures, like Caribbean black cultures, like there was like a big exodus from the Caribbean up to here. But you know, look, it's fucking in tatters. Can I look up the wall? The triangle, I think. There you go. It's been long isolated by the surrounding city by a city of imposing barriers. They've tried to, you know, beautify it, but it's really like it's history you can't ignore, especially when you put a part that's based in there, you know what I mean? When was this article written? 2000. I'm noticing there's a hard R in here. But yeah, so I'm just saying, like, there's definitely like even Broward County. Like there are two sides to Broward County. There's like if you go up like fucking Biscayne Boulevard, you go up to fucking Fort Lauderdale or go all the way to Boca Raton or West Palm Beach, right? You go up this little, like today obviously there's a lot of people that are doing fucking fentanyl. I'm sure like there's prescription pill overdoses and like people like, but it's suburban. Like there's a lot of suburb here. Like it's middle class. But then you go cross the I-95 and this is all very, very like this is lower. These are slums basically. I'm not gonna say slums, but like they're not high income areas. They're majority black, they're majority Haitian. And like I think Kodak Black is from like this part of Broward County. But like it's not like it's not all sunshine and rainbows is what I'm getting at. And that's sort of like obviously they're not ignoring that, but like it's something that you have to kind of like build into the setting or like your description or like your representation of it, because it's a very cheap representation of Miami. If it is just the flash without the background, or you know, especially cheap if it's just a series of 1980s movie tropes and regurgitated references, that would be a really cheap way to depict it, I'm sure. Domed hills. Remember when we were playing Last of Us? How long ago was that? this map is gonna be fucking destroyed. Like, I would be carrying this thing to pieces. Half an hour segue to talking about the racial history of Miami. I think they'll just do surface level stuff anyway. Though, look, a gender neutral person can dream that there will be, because one thing I found really fascinating, I'm gonna do another brief segue and I'm gonna go back to it. This guy's name is Booby Ike. That's really odd, isn't it? And you realize that it's actually because Booby Ike is a portmanteau of two very important 1970s, 1980s, like, black gangsters. In fact, if you Google it, it's one of the first results. But I remember it because my boy Coconut Kid references to it. Hold on, what if I just look up Booby Miami? But the Booby Boys were like a huge gang. They were feuding over territory, and I think it was like Interstate Ike or something Ike. I think I also Googled this. Turnpike Ike. Bang. Awesome name. But when I see something like that, I think, okay, they've done the reading. You know? Or, like, there are a bunch of really direct and subtle, and not just subtle, like, really distinctly Miami kind of, like, references.
Should we get this gas back up?
15 seconds of The Last of Us. I need to spruce it up a little bit. It can't all just be commentary. It has to be a little bit of video game also. But no, there are a lot of really direct allusions to, like, Miami shit, Miami culture. And I find that really interesting. I think by necessity, just by getting all of these people who are familiar with the city or whatever, you're gonna have a lot of that kind of filter in. But it feels very authentic in that sense. Now I need to figure out how to get across here. Can I not just climb this? I'm not missing anything, I don't think. But now we can finally go to the Suravina Hotel. I'm noticing my it was not this choppy before, so I'm gonna just go high. I'll settle for PS4 Basic, not PS4 Pro. Or I can also get choppy here. Doesn't matter. Wow.
Well,
Look at the
that was
juxtaposition between the beautiful music and
found
the
anything
fucking
yet?
15 frames per second.
Hey, it's a big city. We barely started looking.
Yeah, I know. Just thought we'd see one of them by now.
What's the word? What's the saying? Be careful what you wish for. May you live in interesting times. That's a word by the way, they really named him that? That's just insulting. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't want to be called that.
Here we go.
I find that bit way funnier than it actually is.
All right.
I got it. You put in the code.
Hey, these old generators are pretty finicky, so it might take you a few tries of... Oh,
Sorry, go on.
Nothing.
Oh, I need to remember what the code was. Hold on, I got a message from some fucking loser. Hold on. Do you have GTA 5 installed? Oh, never mind. That's another one. What is this? What am I looking at here? Are you trying at this again? What are you doing naming that East Island? That shouldn't be East Island. I know it's just was work in progress. No, wrong one. I think it's 0451. Oh, it's never mind. Uh, 5345. Just. That would have been so awkward if I had written something else there. If it had gotten smudged like the other ones.
It worked.
Frame rate goes to fucking 10 frames per second when I open the gate.
Or they're just waiting for us.
So throw me in.
What the fuck? Is it just loading?
Keep an eye on those windows.
Oh, I have to jump the... Okay. This is where they get you. Is the tripwire gonna be here? I want to spare the horse.
Wolf. WLF.
Did you not get that?
it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense.
By the way, the hotel this is based on in real life is not this fancy. But you know, doesn't have to be. A little distortion of reality. Opening day tickets for what? Seattle Orcas.
You see that? Infected just hopped that fence.
Oh, means we can get in that way.
Shouldn't we hear gunshots?
I think every
or
time it
something?
loads, I think
I don't know
it has a
what's
little bit of
going on.
issue. Like, there's like a big stutter when I'm going through a level transition, and I can sort of tell that something's being loaded in or out. Keeps tripping me up that it's not R to reload, it's just it's just a click while you're not aiming. You can't shoot from the hip. HSKL cargo. Rainbow line. Hearing things, but I can't see them with my hearing vision. Disappointing. I have no ammunition. This is embarrassing. I'm fucked. I'm gonna have a little fun. I can see that with my hearing. Did you like that frame dip while I was setting them on fire?
Okay. That's that.
You know, it's just my luck that the fire never spreads from the area where I throw it, because that would set this whole building on fire. That would be a fiasco. That would be a hell of a fiasco. That would be a heck of a fiasco. Why did this draw speak to me, not the other ones, do you think? Sunset Farms. Odd. No, in real life they do show, I believe... Gonna have to go a half hour. It's alright, I'll probably end the stream then. Well, when you're gone anyway. Fine. I guess Tommy gooed up the spot.
This one's fresh. And he's got one of those wolf patches.
Guess they didn't make it out with their gas after all.
That's good, right?
If those fuckers who killed Joel got taken out by some random infected.
Then they'd still be dead, Ellie.
I'm not sure that's justice. Might as well grab what we can while we're here.
Tommy don't fuck around. He's up to shenanigans. It's also foreshadowed briefly at the start that he's a little rascal to an extent. Disgusting. Hideous. Revolting. One of the things I found very interesting about the game, I have to remember what it's called. Days Gone. Is that they, the zombies, to my knowledge, well, no, to my understanding, they need to eat to live, and they also have to go to the bathroom. Questions that I would typically ask, like, is that fucking zombie shit all over the floor, are answered in that setting, with the answer of yes. Frequently they make comments on that, in fact. It's interesting, what, The Last of Us starts with a cow getting killed and everyone loved it. Yeah, getting killed, everyone loses their mind. It's true.
You recognize him?
No.
Maybe someone else killed these guys.
Imagine a I don't want to imagine
The infected
that
just
at all.
wandered in.
I refuse to imagine that, in fact.
Hey, found their gas.
Well, if we need any more, we know where to get it.
Can I have some ammo for my gun that has no bullet? Imagine, bro. Yeah, he's not doing that. Like the thing is like the game kind of it explains they don't like think about it. They just do it. So it's like it's basically just an almost involuntary action. Like they just shit literally everywhere. Like they have nests and people distinguish them because like of the smell.
I don't recognize this one either.
Very odd thing. Is this where I find out about the whole point of the map trick? It is literally like I think that they end up also saying that there's like I don't know if they're necrotic or if it's like something else, like they're a species, like they're an animal, or like they've taken on some new kind of evolved form or some shit. But I do know like there's like a whole side mission path that's pivotal to like getting an after a credits ending, where you have to look at their, like you have to study them for a fucking FEMA guy. What is with these people in FEMA? Here we go. There's the Asian guy from the torture thing. And the frame rate is also cinematic.
What the fuck happened here?
Tommy did this.
FEMA, Fedra.
This?
It's Nero, which is a very poetic name. Better than Fedra. It's Seta in Left 4 Dead. I do know that. Days Gone is not very interesting. It is way too long for a game that is Days Gone. Known as the hooligan virus. Why was it called that? There was a brief period where, remember when at the start of the stream when I spoke about how I wish that more zombie settings were like, this area is like set away from the rest of the world. It's like an isolated zone. The rest of the society still exists outside of it. Because again, like, it's interesting. Like I mentioned, like zombie tourists, people are going to Chernobyl to do that shit, or like this demilitarized zone where there's this big border and you can't leave. All the people that are in that area are trapped in there. The inhumanity of it. All the same, yeah, zombies are called freakers in this. Or infected. And the apocalypse, like, you know how in zombie movies, like, or like in Fallout, they say, I'm going out in the wasteland or whatever. They call it the shit. It's very odd. Well, really idiosyncratic. Yeah, I think they are literally called, yeah, simply freaks. And also there's sequel bait, because it turns out that the leaders of FEMA are zombies, but zombie vampires. Within 2 weeks, the virus is spread throughout the world, killing 2.5 billion people and turning millions of people and animals into freakers. Do animals become freakers as well? In the USA east to the Mississippi. What is the actual reason for being scared of the zombie name? It's kind of, don't worry about me, Mom. I'm going into shit. Yeah. They say it a lot, too. Like, in very serious context. My understanding is that they copied your boy, what am I thinking of? Night of the Living Dead. They copied your boy Romero, right? Romero, I think, didn't use the word zombie, or he did when he invoked it. It's because it had a, yeah, he called them ghouls. He also didn't really like the word zombie, because it's a Haitian thing. Like, it's like it was sort of like reappropriated. He never used the word zombie. It's like a voodoo connotation. It feels weird taking that. Little green ghouls, buddy. Ghouls and goblins. But long story short, I think people just copied him. And also, for some reason, people think that the word zombie sounds stupid. Like, I think that's why Mr. Walking Dead insists on calling them walkers, which, I mean, it is admittedly a good name, but like he thought that zombie sounded stupid, which is like, okay, buddy, you think you're better than these guys? Yeah, okay, so they do. It infects wolves, bears, and crows. Swarmer. Oh, and also there's newts. There's children, zombie children, and they jump on your back, and you gotta kill them. Basted children. Zombie children. I just called them demons. Who wouldn't? Bastard fucks. That's a good one. If you in the universe of The Walking Dead, there is no such thing as zombie media, right? Like that's something they make clear. Is like this is set in an alternate universe where Romero never made a zombie movie, where zombies did not exist. No one knows what they are. If you had no prior context to the idea of zombies, and you saw them, I would think that they're demons. I would say they've been possessed by demonic energy, that they're the souls of the hell are trapped in hell, and their bodies have been reanimated by demonic bloodlust. I'd call them demons. Wouldn't you? What's your fucking other what other frame of reference do you have? What do you call them, walkers? Because like they're the infected? We're way past viruses, dude. I'm thinking they're demons, bro. If I don't know what a zombie is, I've never heard of a zombie before, I'm thinking they're fucking demons. This is so good. Freakers eat humans, animals, and some roots and plants. They can be seen drinking water from rivers and lakes. They migrate in hordes at night, hibernating during day inside caves. Their little groups construct quote-unquote nests with branch trees and trash. Their nests can be smelled from their shit stench. Just the one word. I would call them rascals also. That makes sense to me. I can't believe I'm Googling. Hold on. I don't want this to show up in my fucking... piss and shit. Can someone make a supercut of all the times they reference the Freaker's bathroom habits? It had to be like a whole bunch or something. Not sure if it's been done, but on my next playthrough, I'll try and count the number of times the word shit is said. Not a single scene I can remember that didn't say it at least once. Shit and piss, oh god, this shit and piss stinks like piss and shit. True. The word started to grate on me by the end. It's hard. I had a hard time taking the writing seriously with how much they talked about the Freakers being covered in piss and shit out in the shit. I was like, you're shitting me. Someone were to make a supercut of it, it would have high comedic value with the proper editing. Very true. Detail I just noticed today. Freakers will go up to the rivers and drink water. Do they mention that? Freaker behavior is one of the best examples of environmental storytelling. If undisturbed, they drink and forage for food. Day-night behavior. They have some level of intelligence to actually sustain themselves instead of just rotting away. There's evidence that they get up and get dressed in the morning. They talk about it a little in the game, and you can see all the mass graves are covered in shit. The freaks are constantly pissing and shitting themselves, and they smell so bad because that's what the highest concentrations usually are. As others said, probably shit and piss, but another two smells of it would be dry blood and rotting flesh. So oh wow, someone wrote a lot here. I don't mean to hyperfixate on this. Is this a fetish? Dude, it's so weird how much detailed how detailed they get into this. Like I'm telling you, look. The hordes appear to follow pheromones left behind in trails of excrement and urine between their points of activity. Like the entire point of how, so like this in the setting, the hordes move from place to place because like they cannot help themselves. Like they just alleviate themselves where they're standing. They don't care. Like they don't think about it because they don't think. And as they're traveling, as they're doing this, the other hordes follow them eventually over the course of like after a year or two. They follow that same trail because of the remains that were left in their path. What a bizarre and disgusting and, like, I don't want to say odd, because I guess it makes sense, but it's like, what a weird thing to make the inherent, like, central aspect. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't seem like you are that many steps removed from being one of the Reddit guys, given how interested you seem to be. Let's stop, but I'm interested in the fact that they decided to make this, they decided to do this. I wanted to see how, like, if I was imagine this, like, if I was, like, hyper fixate. I mean, I applaud the realism, but it's weird as fuck. Yeah.
No way.
I wanted to be like, it's a very odd, deliberate decision to make. More to the point, like, it's something you have to, it's something that basically the entire setting
another one
revolves
over here.
around. Like, what the fuck is that?
He was using them against each other.
Yeah, he's doing the thing from the first game where they pointed at the map.
How?
Joel told me about this. You ask this guy a question, but you don't make him say it. You make him write it down. And then you ask this guy, and if the facts match, you're telling the truth. If not,
You fuck him up?
yeah.
East 1. Another gate code?
Looks like it.
This just happened now. He can't be far off.
No, it's true. We also found his campsite, remember? When does the horse get blown up? I want to see if I can cheese my way around that as best I can. Tommy's such a nice guy. I can't imagine him doing this. There's no
Come on.
prior evidence he
We can
would.
get out this way.
Aside from the
catch up with
fact
Tom.
that he says it.
Yeah.
I want the hammer. Oh, the hammer sucks compared to the pipe. Pipe for me, thanks. Don't mind if I do. I love the animation there because it looks like it's. I intentionally fell off, but it looks unintentional.
I know you said Tommy had a rough past, but fuck.
I know. Are you okay?
It
I
wasn't
like
pretty.
that. I mean,
I don't want you to think bad of Tommy.
Ellie,
how
I had my sister's killers tied to a chair.
how
Don't do
much
this.
more obvious can you get? And an eye for an eye makes the world go blind when one of the characters literally goes blind. That's not me
Look at the
insulting.
generator.
It's just like they really made
You remember the
sure
code?
to you
The one
understood.
written in blood? Yeah.
Oh, I did. Fucked it up. I need to do it timed right. Fuck. I'm getting filtered by the generator minigame.
Got it. And I got this. Big question though. Where does this take us?
That's so cheap. That is so cheap. Do you see this shit right here? This is where they force you onto the horse so you jump over and you trigger the cutscene. That is fucking cheap. I don't know what happened, but dancing is so hard for me about. I can't do dancing minigames very well with a keyboard, but I can do it okay with a controller. Watch as I jump over this fucking thing. As soon as
Say
I
we
do
find
it,
shelter and we set up camp.
boom.
Maybe somewhere high up so we can scope out the area.
I like that idea.
Okay. Let's look for an open building.
Oh, thank God.
Preferably with no infected. Or WLF.
Wolves.
Whatever.
They're gonna do the okay. I keep jumping the. Oh, no, it's here.
Not really.
They do that first one to get you on the to get you all fucked up.
What?
I sounded like my mom just now.
They do that first one
It'll be
so you don't see it coming. It like it lulls you into a sense of safety. But the next one, oh buddy, you're fucked when the next one comes. Watch, here it comes. Is he okay? That's so fucking cheap. That's so cheap. I hate that, bro. I mean, I get it. It makes sense. It's a good level transition or whatever, but fuck you. Don't worry, as soon as I get to the gun, they're gonna... Oh, can I go back? I failed the mission. I have to do it from the top again. 20 frames. Oh, okay, we're back. Oh, that slap really fucked the frame rate up.
Didn't think I'd ever see you again. How'd you find us?
I asked about a dude with a bitch scar across his face.
It's funny. How many came with you? Just you two?
You can't stop this.
Jordan! You're supposed to be out looking for the other one. What the fuck is this?
You know the smuggler that we killed out in Jackson?
Yeah.
This girl was there.
What?
They're coming after us. That's why Nick was fucked up like that. We gotta get her to Isaac. We gotta tell him exactly what's going on.
Yeah, well, I just got off the radio with Isaac. And we got a new mandate.
They're invading
Kill all
Iran.
trespassers.
Oh, hold up. That doesn't make any sense.
Direct order, man.
No, let's talk to her. Let's figure out what she
I
knows.
don't give a fuck what she knows. You saw what she did to the others?
You have no idea how many people she might be with. This might be an ambush,
I don't care
Mike.
how many people she's with. We will find them. We will kill them.
Can you just think for yourself for a quick
Jordan,
second
get the
right
fuck
now?
out of
Can
my
you-
way.
Good timing. She got fucking winded.
Jesus.
The WLF will liberate the Iranian people. We need to make sure that they don't have any nuclear silos on Seraphied Island. Where do I recognize this actor from? This little rascal. Chase Austin. Where do I recognize you from? Is it just this? I think it might just be this. I think I might have looked at his face. He has a very distinctive face, this Chase Austin. Oh, that's where... He plays him. That's where I recognize it.
Come here.
He's really gonna take his sweet time, right? Why not shoot her in the fucking head? But are you really that slick, Jordan, that you need to choke her out? But do you get your kicks out of that, Jordan? You fuck. You deserve to get your throat slit with my glass shard. Oh, I can look in this mode too. It's odd. I didn't expect that at all. I thought this would be cutscene locked. Oh, but I can't hear. So there was that break. Is he okay? Is he alright?
Are you okay? Mostly. Ellie.
He'll be okay.
Ellie.
He'll live. It's just
We
a
should
flesh
go.
wound, I think.
Somebody would have heard the gunshots. Look, she's one of them. Come on, look at that later. Was there a TV station on that map? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, it's next to the
Come on.
Space Needle.
Fuck, Ellie.
Do I have all my ammos?
Go around.
Not like I have a lot of ammo to have. He'll be okay. You're alright, boy. You're right, big boy. You'll be okay. He's just resting. He needs a little nap. It's alright. He had a big breakfast.
I got him covered.
Boom.
Flank that way.
I don't flank.
Let's go.
I really
How
want to
many guys
waste
did
a
you see?
bullet on this guy.
Enough. We gotta get the hell out of here.
Times do I do this? Oh, wow! You didn't go beyond Last of Us 3.
How many guys did you see?
Enough. We gotta get the hell out of here.
You'll be fine. These also, like, I'm a very, when it comes to children or whatever, or like, you know, kids dying or whatever, dude, the gore in this is so fucking good. I get really, this, look at that fucking, I just fucking tore her jaw off. That's so fucking brutal. That's so gnarly. Shit like that in fucking Red Dead 3, I'm gonna be, sorry, fucking GTA 6, Red Dead 3, I don't know about that, but look at that. That fucking nasty work. With the fucking jaw hanging out and shit. This game is unhinged. This game is fucking Manhunt 3, basically. If you want a game that has really good stealth like combat where you sneak around, it's extremely high budget. It's also very fucking like gnarly. It's raw as shit. This is Manhunt 3, man. It really is. It's more tasteful than Manhunt.
Think it came from that way. Let go of me.
How'd they get away? That way! Keep them that way!
I was hoping to get more than just him.
What the fuck are they? Hunt them down.
Shut it. Get this shit the fuck out.
Any bullets to take up?
You good?
Yeah.
This fucking
You
Halloween
recognize any of these
decoration up.
guys? No.
Slick. I'm like fucking Exxon Valdez. I'm slick. Let's see if we can find any other pistol ammo. Or did he vanish? Fucked her up. Mrs. Schmidt teaches the nicest pumpkins in the patch. It's sad to think that, yeah, see, this shit guts me. This shit gets to me so easy. I'm a fucking sucker for this shit. Like, look at all these little details, like the great behavior. All these imaginary children should have had such a good Christmas. Sorry, had a good Halloween party for kindergarten this year. I got choked up a little saying that. I'm fucked. I'm a sucker. None of these motherfuckers have ammo. They're all using different fucking ammunition. They're using different caliber rounds than me.
I want everybody down here now.
Fuck those shots coming.
Oh, I could have used that
I don't
fucking
know. Search the corridor.
Molotov.
You hold the cafeteria. I'll cover here.
Right.
Shit! Master's loose!
What the fuck's going on?
Ellie! Up there! More of them!
The trespasser! Don't let her escape!
It is a shame. I do agree. They were gonna make a multiplayer game, but then it's like they couldn't monetize it. Bungie fucking ruined everything by doing an audit and realizing that the game couldn't be easily monetized. This is less badass than what I was doing before.
Just shut up. This your plan?
think she got him. We
Fuck,
clean?
there's a lot of them.
Yeah.
I told you.
What a shame. I really think that San Francisco fucking game could have been cool too. Could have been really good. It's just too bad that it's never seen the light of day. I mean, I'm happy with them making a new fucking IP. Like for once, like something new. I think everyone should be sick and tired of seeing the same 5 fucking sequels for everything all the time from every big studio. Eastbrook Elementary. I'm scrounging for bullets right now, cuz I got nothing on me. None of these selfish fucks have any bullets for me to use. I don't blame you for not caring about space shit. I hope it doesn't have fucking lame fucking spaceship combat in it. I hope it's just, but like, I don't know. They talk like, they say that the game is about religion. And from the previews, what? So I'm very curious to see what the fuck they could possibly mean by that.
Have a look here. Fuck these wolves. Steal their shit.
What do we got? Anything?
Over there. Ellie, get down.
Hello?
Where's Adrian's patrol?
Fuck! You too! Trespasser's gone!
What?
You seen anything?
No.
Cover this roof. I'll check over here.
You sure she's not on the street? Did you look?
How would she get down there?
I don't know. This has been called in.
Don't.
Kathy.
You're fucked!
Uh-oh.
You're dead, do you hear me?
Did you see how I ran out of ammo?
Where'd you go? Here I come. So found you!
I think
Owned.
that's all of them. Let's not find out.
I hope that there are Orthodox Jews. I hope that we, I hope we get to see the Rebbe. Space Rebbe. I can't jump down there because I'm gonna die if I do. Pills, pills, pills. Need the pills. From there on out, kill all trespassers. Will send additional units to locate the other woman. Return to FOB by end of day. Bring all noble supplies. Because they're gonna do a big, they're gonna finally invade, Iran. This game is dedicated to to his Orthodox Rabbi Bill Clinton.
What about this?
Let's try it.
Was it Orthodox Rabbi? Reformed Orthodox Rabbi. That doesn't make any sense. Reformed, or I understand that he was under. He didn't think he'd get up there. But Reformed Orthodox is a contradiction. Those are two different. That's like my Protestant Catholic priest, basically. And they got dogs.
Come on. We gotta get away from this school. Now.
There has to be a way down to the street somewhere.
Oof, Stutter City. Don't worry, I know what to do. I'm gonna do my cool jump.
I got it. Come on.
If I had fallen there, I would have really hurt myself. Four a.m. It's real, like, I know, like, you're obviously punished just based on the fact that, like, especially since I'm on hard mode, the ammo economy is really hard. But, like, if I just shot, then they're not coming over here. They're just gonna think it was the birds or some shit. It would be fun if I shot and then suddenly some guards spawned downstairs. Like, did you hear that? Go down over there. For some reason, every failed jump makes them faceplant. Cardio. Only 50 brains? What are you, fucking stupid? Pedro, you moron. Look at his fucking setup here. Fucking 4 monitors. Big man. And is that a like, what am I realistically gonna be able to get from that bottle? And of course, I'll take all your addies too. He does his streams there. He's a streamer. PS3.
We need to get to the street.
We love the PS3 cameos, folks. Oh, you're saying see you later? Okay, yeah, I'll end the stream then. I dedicate this stream to the people in these photos. This blonde woman who I hope is this brunette woman. And these guys, which I hope are the same people also. So that's the stream, ladies and gentlemen. Live long and prosper. I guess.